Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says he will continue discussions for a ceasefire deal with Hezbollah in the days ahead, while keeping up strikes along the border between Israel and Lebanon. Mr. Netanyahu was speaking ahead of an address at the UN General Assembly in New York later tonight. Israeli ministers on Thursday dismissing a US-led proposal for a 21-day ceasefire, despite growing international calls for a pause in fighting. Officials say clashes between Israel and Hezbollah have so far killed more than 700 people in Lebanon this week. The United Nations says around 118,000 people have fled their homes. But there's no sign of an end to fighting. Lebanon's National News Service reporting today that airstrikes accelerated overnight, killing a family of 9 in the south. Just hours later, Hezbollah launching rockets into northern Israel in response to what it called savage attacks on towns and villages. Israel and Hezbollah have been locked in nearly daily crossfire since last October, when the Israel-Hamas war began in Gaza. Iran-backed Hezbollah says its attacks on Israel are carried out in solidarity with the Palestinian people. And for more, Sarah Coates joins us live from Tel Aviv. Sarah, what are we likely to hear from Mr. Netanyahu when he speaks at the UN General Assembly?
Hello there, Wei Su. This will be a very different address than what we heard from Benjamin Netanyahu, the Israeli Prime Minister, just last year at the UNGA, where he really laid out a vision for peace, a new era in the Middle East ahead of this expected normalisation with Saudi Arabia. What he'll be focusing on today is really trying to get the attention of the international community, to get it to focus on the atrocities of October 7 and, of course, also Israel's right to self-defence. He'll certainly be talking about the hostages that do remain in the Gaza Strip, also the threat of Iran, which he focuses on very, very often. He will likely use visual props to try and sell what he's speaking about here, but he's really being met with a lot of criticism over this trip. Many people have said that he should not be going, given that there are still hostages in the Gaza Strip, given there's a war ongoing in Gaza, and also this escalation in Israel's north. So certainly Netanyahu is expected to be met with quite a few walkouts. This will be very interesting, and he's already facing protests outside his hotel in New York.
Sarah, this exchange of fire, as you mentioned, in Israel's north, what's happening on the ground in Lebanon?
It is only continuing, Wei Su. Rockets continue to come over that border into Israeli territory, while Israel continues to strike what it is calling Hezbollah targets in Lebanon in the south and also the east of the country. We do have some pretty alarming words from the Defence Minister, Yoav Gallant. He's been visiting troops on the northern border. He said Israel will continue to hit Hezbollah hard until security is returned to the north. And this is one of Israel's expanded war goals, getting these 60,000 or so internally displaced people back to their homes. But certainly this is of great concern to the international community, what is happening there on the ground in Lebanon. We are hearing reports that Japan is now looking at plans to evacuate its citizens from the country. Also, the United States looking at these flights to go out in case all of these commercial flights are cancelled. And we do need to update you on what happened here in Tel Aviv last night. It was about 20 to 1 local time. Air raid sirens going off. There were lots and lots of people out and about on the streets, and a surface-to-surface missile was shot from Yemen. It was intercepted by Israel's Arrow system, but the Houthis have actually just come out to claim it, saying they will keep doing this until there is a cessation of hostilities in Gaza and also in Lebanon. Wei Su.
Thanks. Sarah Coates reporting live to us there from Tel Aviv.